How we doing, people? It's your boy Bri. We're coming at you live action. We've got this dump trailer finally ready to go back on the frame. What the plan is with this nice weather is we're going to get this trailer up on the frame. We are going to move it over towards the woods where I can spray it. We're going to spray it and put 2 coats of epoxy primer on it. Let it wait a couple hours, and then we're going to hit it with the urethane black high gloss. Let's go. What I wanted to show you here today, people, is she's ready to go. And if you haven't noticed, what I did today was I put this rub rail on. This is a 1x1 rub rail, and if you didn't notice, I've even coped the corners, because you know what? If you're not doing it right, you're not doing it. So I made sure I coped the corners, and I took my time and I feathered all the welds out to make it look like a factory situation. If you look down it, you'll see what I'm talking about, people. We have all the way around it, with the exception of the tailgate. We did strip these down completely and got all the little bit of rust that was on them, and any mill scale, we took it right down to bare metal. And we put it in etching primer just to kind of get it prepped. As you see, all the welds are smoothed out. The Hobart did a wonderful job. The situation is, the only thing left we have to actually weld onto this is put the fenders in, and we're going to build them separate and then put them on. And what I did is I went over to a place in Sherburne, New York, and that's about an hour from me. And they have these drops, people. They have these drops at 70 cents a pound, okay? And I think this was right around 70 pounds. It was right around $50. So it was like 69 pounds. But this is 1/8 inch diamond plate. We're going to use this for around the fenders at the bottom where you step on to look over the trailer sides. We're going to put them little triangles in on either the front and back of where the fenders are. And the fenders are going to get this 10 gauge right here. The smooth stock 10 gauge that I have left over. We're going to go ahead and put that in on the fenders, and then at the bottoms where you would step up to like get a grip on the trailer, maybe step over the side to see something or put something in there, we're going to go with the diamond plate where your feet are going to be standing. And I think what I'm going to do up front here is I'm going to put a small step right here. Come out about 4 inches by maybe a foot, just something that I can fill that in with diamond plate, so when you want to come up over the side, you have something to step your foot on. Other than that, she's ready to go, people. The rub rail's in, and let me tell you something. I like it. I really like that rub rail. That's something that you're going to be able to, when you throw tarps over or any kind of, you're trying to strap something down, it's a built-in tie-down system. Now, yes, you'd say that's not rated for, but I guarantee you go ahead and whatever I put on there, I promise you them welds ain't coming off. The rub rail is good for that. It's good for tying things down. It's good for putting a tarp across. And it's a situation that just gives it an aesthetic look that says, hey, I'm beefy. You know what I mean? Add a little bit more weight to it, about another 60, 70 pounds to the trailer. But it gives it that much more rigidity. That's the word that we're going to use, rigidity. And if you haven't noticed, that's where the fenders are going to go. See where they're tapered? The fenders are going to come up, over, and down, and it's all going to get welded in once we get on the trailer. I need to get this up and out of the driveway because we've got other things that we have to get done, people. Let's come around here and take a look at what we got. I went also, when I was in Sherburne, I bought this piece of pipe right here. This is quarter wall, and it's 3 inch inside dimension. And what we're going to do is, as you see, I've got these axles all ready to go. They're all prepped and cleaned. And what I'm going to do, what the plan is to cut a section out of here and sleeve it. Because what I need to do, these are not quite 8 feet wide. I need to go another, I want to say it's 13 or 12, 14 inches, something like that. So what I'm going to do is cut that, open these up, sleeve it, weld around them. And then the actual frame, I'm going to build some small frames tomorrow that land right on here instead of putting the springs in. This way here, my Connex is only that high off the ground. And it looks like to be about a foot off the ground. I'm going to put 2 axles per Connex. And we're going to get it in underway. I do have some parts ordered off Amazon that lock into the other corner of the Connex buildings. And I'm going to hook my tongues to those and bolt them in. But by possibly, what's today, Friday? By possibly Sunday, we may have these up underneath. But I've got to get those axles prepped with the little frames. We're not going to use that frame. I took it off. If you see that it's a little bit too tall, I don't want it that tall. I pulled that off, and we're going to put these axles underneath them Connexes, people, and we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done right. But I need to get the these over on the driveway, and I need to get the metal fabrication done on them. But as you see, let's walk you out here. As you see, I do have the trailer ready to go. I'm going to pull this up front, possibly even tonight. I've got to get a shower because I'm filthy after doing all that welding. And here's the other thing, people. I'm just going to tell you, make sure you wear a respirator. This is not COVID. You know what I mean? COVID was not a dangerous situation. This was a situation that was made up by Dr. Fauci and the Chinese and the government and all that. So don't worry about wearing a mask for COVID. But yes, when you're welding, those are real fumes. Some are real things that could hurt you. When you're grinding, make sure you put a mask on. Something that actually works. Okay, this is a XP100. It's good for welding fumes and it's good for grinding debris. But let me give you a little rundown of what we've got. Today, you see this little box. Let's bring it out here. I'll give you a guess of what we have in there. You'd say paint, right? Primer, right? Well, you'd be partly right. There's the epoxy primer. There's a hardener for the this is Chrysler Black. Okay? Direct gloss acrylic. That is what I put on the frame of my truck. And I forgot one more component. Hold on, people. This would be the epoxy primer hardener. Now, this right here you're looking at is $289. And you say to yourself, that's ridiculous. I would just go get me some Rust-Oleum and paint that thing. Well, then you'd be doing it wrong, in my opinion. Because this DIYer is not going to put all this work into this trailer, brand new steel, and then go ahead and turn around and put a cheap product that's not going to hold. This is an automotive product that if you look at any of your high-end trailers, they actually use better products, they use better primers, and that's why they don't look like a Super Cam line in a year from getting it delivered to you or picking it up that has rust on all the corners and welds and seams, because they just go ahead, they don't bring it down. And this is not a knock on Camline trailers, but your Brimars and all your other ones are the same way. They don't take them down. There's not enough meat on the bone for them to do that, people. There's not enough meat on the bone for them to say, let me take all of the mill scale off the steel. Let me take and put all this primers that are actually the right way to prime them. Let's put them on the dump trailer, and let's put a really nice single stage acrylic high gloss black, and let's put 2 coats on there. They don't do that. It comes out of metal fabrication, it gets washed down, dries off, and they spray them with the cheapest black that they can get. There is really on a lot of them. I remember one of my Super Cams that I had years ago, I called them, I'm like, hey, this thing's already starting to rust, and they're like, they don't even put primers on them. They just spray them black. So, you know, you get what you pay for, and I'm certainly not going to put all this work in putting rub rails on and to only turn around and to make it look great for a little while and then have it rusting within a year or so. So, you know, it's going to get used. The inside of it's going to get, let's take a look. The inside of it's going to get, this is where all the dirt and mulch and wood and all the metal and whatever else you're carrying, is going to be going, and yes, it's going to get scratched up, but inside here I can just go ahead and, if it gets some scratches in it, I can go ahead and just spray it, respray it, or I can hit it with fluid film. But at the end of the day, this is 7-gauge steel at the bottom of this trailer. That's 3/16. You know how long that would take to wear that out? Longer than I would care to talk about. But this is the dump trailer top. This is not something I purchased. This is something that I said in my mind, I'm pretty sure I can make one of those. Let's turn around and see if we can do it, and let's do it and do it right, so that we know at the end of the day we're doing it right because we did it right. And we didn't just say, let's slam it together and just have something just to get on down a highway. Now, as you know, I put automotive seam sealer in all the seams, and you say to yourself, that's overkill. Well, it may be, because sometimes when I do things, it is overkill. But you know, that seam sealer, they put it in your automotive areas on your vehicle for a reason, so that the salt and the water and rust doesn't start in there too. It keeps all that out. So I'm trying to mitigate that, people. Do you understand that? I'm trying to make this where you can stand back and say, I took the time to do it right, and I'm proud of it. You know, this is a 12-foot by 6-foot dump trailer with 22-inch sides. I'm going to put the wood on top. I have to make the pieces they're going to be bolt-on, just like my little trailer. I'm going to make the little front and back headache racks for them. I do have the actual tailgate that goes to it. We have to fabricate the back of it, but we do have that. That's going to go on. That's all good steel. It's my steel, and it's the steel that says, this is about 1,500 pounds right here. So I did, if you notice, I've got some of the, in the back, I've got these ones dropped down lower, and that's so that when I was traveling, it wouldn't just puddle water, because there is seam sealer in there, and it would be like a small pond if you let it level with the profile of this driveway. You'd have a pond in there. But it's this way here, it can air dry if it rains, but we ain't got to worry about that much more, because tomorrow we're getting this baby in paint. So it's supposed to be beautiful all day tomorrow. It's supposed to be beautiful all day Sunday and Monday. So this will be shiny gloss acrylic black, and it will be looking as good as I can get it, people. But as you notice, I didn't just leave the ends open here. That's an important thing when you're looking at a trailer. You say, wow, look at that. They actually coped the corners, they welded them, and they grinded them down. Even on the bottom, we did the same thing. I didn't go halfway on that. I did it right all the way around it. But this is your boy Bry. I just wanted to come to you and let you know that the dump trailer series is coming to a close, people. We've got to get moving on to the Connex boxes, because at the end of the day, the next big project that we have here, people, is we have to put a 24 by 42 garage in. I'm building a bigger shop so that I can put my equipment in there. I'm going to put a 2-post car lift in there, and we've got a lot of things that we've got to get done here. But at the end of the day, whatever we do, whatever we embark on, and whatever task that we take and put in our hands, you can rest assured it's going to get done right. And you know the situation. If you're not doing it right, exactly, you're not doing it. But this is your boy Bry. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I've got some steaks to cook. I've got to get them on the grill, and first I got to get a shower, but I've got these hanger steaks and these flank steaks that are just calling my name. I haven't ate all day, and usually I do that when I'm home. I don't eat until dinner time, and usually when I'm making dinner, because I've got to eat, you know, my stomach's touching my spine, so to speak. But at the end of the day, I'm eating a high protein diet. I'm eating eggs. I'm eating steak and chicken and hamburger and pork. I'm kind of limiting. I limit all my breads. I'm really not eating any breads, and not because I don't like them. Bread in America is not bread no more, people. It's high fructose corn syrup, if you know what that is. But I'm not here to tell you what to eat or not eat. I'm just telling you what I'm eating. But I'm definitely not eating a lot of breads. I'm definitely not eating a lot of vegetables that are coated with pesticides. If I don't grow them in my greenhouse, or if I can't guarantee that they're certified organic, you're just better off not eating them. Otherwise, you're eating pesticides and you're putting that in your immune system. So you do you, boo-boo. But like I said, I've got to get in these mosquitoes. But At a certain hour, they just pop out. But this is your boy Brian. I wanted to give you an update. Let's get her done. Let's get her done right. You have a good weekend, people. You know I'm going to bring you another video. Don't worry about that. I'm going to get up on these videos and I'm going to bring them to you. All right.